Okay, let's just get straight into the nitty-gritty of it. Where is the time going? I had my revision rhinoplasty, so it was my second nose job on the I don't know, like the 28th of November 2022. So it was actually a year and 2 months ago. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with how I feel about my nose. I love my nose. I loved it from the start and I still love it now, even though it has changed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like if you go and look at my nose now and compare it to my last video, which is my Nosejob Q&A, which was recorded about a year ago, you should be able to see quite a difference in my nose, because I know that I can. I feel like in that video it's a lot more structured and hard in a sense, it's more prim and proper and tight, whereas now my nose has softened. But I like that because I feel like it is a lot more natural. The only part that I'm a little bit upset about is my tip has dropped about a centimeter more than I would have wanted it to. So I would have liked this to just be a little bit more, just a little bit, just a little bit more lifted. But that's just is what it is. Do you know what I mean? To be honest, when I'm like this and normal, it's not that noticeable. I think it's more so when I laugh or smile a lot, it's more prominent. That's only sometimes. Sometimes I'll see one picture and I'm like, ooh, I wish it was a little bit more. Are we ever going to be 100% happy? Either way, I am happy with my nose job. I love my nose, I do. I'm so much more confident. I love it. I do. Okay, I get this question a lot about my doctor, the price and the place. I got my surgery with Dr. Emrah Celik, I think that's how you pronounce it, in Turkey, Istanbul. I paid at the time 3,000 British pounds for the full thing, everything but not including flights. So for the surgery, the hotel, the transfers, the medication, all of that was 3,000 Great British pounds. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's probably gonna be more expensive now, okay? I'm sorry, the economy is the economy, it is what it is. And that is with the Clinichub. Okay, I'm just gonna start answering a lot of the things that I get asked, and hopefully I'm gonna break down everything that you are wanting to find out. I started sleeping on my side around 8 to 10 weeks, maybe. I wore makeup for the first time. I remember this, it was 2 months post-op because it was my cousin's engagement party. I actually have a vlog of that done, and I think if you go and look at that, you will see the difference in my nose. Okay, the difference is differencing. I only started being able to blow my nose around 6 months. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? That one's a bit extra, yeah? 6 months is a lot. Obviously, if you watched my original nose job vlog, I got my nose done with my best friend Roger, and she was blowing her nose, yeah, and she was sleeping on her side. Okay, she was doing her thing. She started sleeping on her side. Honestly, I want to start saying around 2 months. I think in my last nose job Q&A that I was doing, we were 5-6 weeks post-op and she was sleeping on her side. Okay, I physically could not, it hurt me. And she was also blowing her nose. Again, I physically could not, because this part of your nose, well, of my nose, was quite numb for a very long time. So it wasn't flexible. It wasn't giving me the flexibility that I needed to scoop the gunk out with tissue. It was very weird. Even now, to be honest, I can blow my nose. Maybe I'm just not good at blowing my nose, I don't know. I still use cotton buds to clean my nose, so I can blow my nose and get the majority of the gunk out, but I'm still gonna go in with a cotton bud because that is just what works best for me. My nose is flexible now, I can do all of this and stuff. Couldn't do that before, but honestly, I want to say everybody that gets a nose job, this is going to apply for you. Your nose is never gonna squish right down, okay? It's not going to be able to do that, I don't think, for most of you. I don't know, is that weird? I can't push my nose in any further than that, but I kind of like that, She's got a little bit of structure to her. Anyway, because this was my second nose job, my doctor did say to me that I should probably wait 1.5 years to see my final results, especially because I have thick skin, and because it was my second time around, he said it would take longer. So I'm at what, 1 year and 2 months now. So going off what he said, another 4 months and that should be my final result, but I don't see it changing much more than what it is now. I get this question a lot. Have I seen differences throughout the year? Baby, yes. Okay, swelling, the fluctuation of the swelling, it is not linear. Is this called linear? Your swelling is not going to decrease like this. Okay, that's not what it's going to look like. Okay, 2 weeks post-op, your swelling is right here, and then yeah, it's going to be on a downward for let's say 3 months. Okay, you're going to be on a downward. then it's gonna be like a little bit like this. Okay. Overall, it's heading downwards. Okay, it is, but there's gonna be a little ups and downs in there. Okay, chill out, just relax a little bit. Yeah, you're gonna have days when it's more swollen, and you're gonna have days where she's giving snatched and she's skinny. Okay, that's just the way it is. If you've had a lot of salt in your diet, if you've been to the gym and really exerted yourself, what else? I don't know. The climate that you're in, is it really hot? Is it really cold? All these things are going to affect the swelling of your nose. Okay, so just chill out a little bit, just relax. I was a taper, so I used to tape my nose. I have a couple of videos on my TikTok about taping my nose and how I would tape my nose. If your doctor has told you to tape your nose, tape your nose. If he hasn't told you to tape your nose, but you want to tape your nose anyway, then I don't know, send him a message or her a message and ask them. For me, taping my nose was top notch. Okay, even to this day, I tape my nose like once or twice a week. I'm not gonna lie to you, because when I tape my nose, I just have that extra like snatch. Yeah, like when I tape my nose, when I take it off, the structure is just structuring, like especially from the front, because that is where most of the swelling is. Like there is some days when I am so, especially when I wake up on a morning, there is some days when I wake up on a morning and I look in the mirror and I think, this is not the nose I went to bed with last night. Okay, like it's just not, because she'll just be so swollen that there is just no structure to her. It's also still healing, like swelling is swelling, and I think taping makes a big difference. So even to this day, like if I've got a big event what am I doing? But you know, if I have somewhere to be, or if I'm making content and I want to look extra snatched, or if she's just looking really swollen, then I will tape her in the morning. She'll be snatched. I stopped properly taping my nose probably around the 3-month mark, and I'm not gonna lie, I went like 6 months no tape, like not even on the odd night, just 6 months straight no tape. Oh my god, I get so many questions about my nostrils. Wait, let me check that she is clean and there's boogers. Okay, I hope there's no boogers. Okay, if there's any boogers, I'm really sorry. My nostrils are symmetrical. Well, I hope they're symmetrical. To me, they're symmetrical enough. Okay, I get so many questions about my nostril, well, not about my nostrils, but about nostrils in particular, and retainers, because I had a retainer, so like a little plastic thing that I would put in my nose. The first month I think I was about to wear it. I get so many questions about where did I get the retainer. My doctor gave me the retainer. I'm sorry, I don't think you can just order them online, and I would not advise doing so. I was given the retainer by my doctor, so I wore the retainer. My nostrils in the beginning were not symmetrical. Okay, people used to comment on my videos like, ooh, you've been botched, your nostrils are not symmetrical. Well, who's laughing now? It's all part of the swelling process. Nostrils are they're just a funny thing. In the beginning, just chill out, okay? Just what you need to take from this video is that in the first 2 months, just chill out, okay? Just relax. Just calm down, firstly, okay? Just calm down, take a breather. It's been 2 months since you had major surgery to your face. Everything's not gonna be prim and proper, everything's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna look how it's meant to look. It's been 2 months. Relax. Okay, I asked you guys to ask me some questions. I picked out the ones that I get asked a lot, and then like the ones that I think are important, and hopefully I've answered as many as I can. Okay, this one I think is so important. How do I know what surgeon to pick? Obviously I had 2 nose jobs, so you know, I struggled with that question the first time around. How do I know what surgeon to pick? Okay, do not go to people based off word of mouth. Okay, that's fine if you've heard it from one person, but take that name, go to Google, put that name in, look at reviews, go to Instagram, check out their page, go to YouTube, put their name in, look at people's experiences, people's vlogs, but also bear in mind that no doctor is going to have a 100% track record, okay? Nobody's perfect. Don't be like, oh my god, but I've seen a bad review and I'm a bit scared. Okay, what was the bad review? Is her nose like completely botched? Or is she like, she's not happy with the slope of it, or she's not happy with like this? Do you know what I mean? Like you have to be, I don't want to say you have to use common sense, but you have to use a little bit of common sense. If there's thousands of reviews or like hundreds of reviews where it's like, I'm botched, it's crooked, it's bent, I've got a hole in my face, like then I think I'm gonna pass. If it's like 1 or 2 reviews that are like, oh, I'm not so happy with it, it's not as small as I want, my tip is not as, you know, it's not as deep projected as I wanted it, like those things are not the be all and end all. Do you know what I mean? A lot of doctors utilize Instagram. Look on their Instagram, follow them, check their stories. Usually they'll post like the ops that they're doing throughout the day on their stories. Are they operating on people that have similar noses to you? My doctor, for instance, like he would post a revision rhinoplasty at least every day, so I knew that he was doing revision rhinoplasties a lot. I was a revision case. So I was like, love that for me. What to look out for when you're booking with a doctor is if your doctor is selling you, like, if they're saying things to you and you think, wow, like this is almost too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. My doctor, for instance, was very realistic. He was like, okay, like you have very thick skin. I'm only going to be able to straighten it by like 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters or something. And I was like, okay, great. Like I want my tip deprojected. Like how are we going to do that? And he was like, I might be able to do it a little bit, but again, you've got very thick skin and that's a really hard thing to do. It's not going to be like a drastic difference. I was like, okay, I want to hear like realism. I don't want you to be like beating around the bush and like trying to tell me like all these things that you're going to do for me. I want to know that you're being real. I've just written cast removal ? I don't know what that means, but let's get into cast removal. My cast removal, when I did it, I will upload like a picture here of the side profile, because my side profile, I don't think I have a picture of the front to show you because my front profile was not front profiling. My front profile on the day that I got my cast taken off, even though I had previously had a nose job and I knew what to expect, I was still taken aback, okay? I was still, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, whoa. Because let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something right now. She's gonna be massive. I don't know what to tell you. Unless you had a nose job and you already had like an incy-wincy nose and your skin is very thin, then on your cast removal day, your nose is going to be big, okay? It's gonna be big. Just calm down. Again, just relax. I know like when you look, you're gonna think it's so big, like there's no way it is physically possible for my nose to change the way that I need it to change. I'm here to tell you that it is indeed physically possible. 98% of you are not going to enjoy what your nose looks like at the cast removal. You might like the side profile, but the front profile, don't expect to like it. I don't know what else to tell you. Stitches. Don't play with your stitches, okay? Again, my best friend Roger, she played with her stitches. She picked at them and they would get dry and you know she'd scratch at them. Now she's got like a little like little marks, like her scar is a bit deeper. I use this cream from the brand Avene. I applied that cream heavily, like a heavy thick layer, to my stitches every night with a cotton bud. My stitches were like, they were just falling out gently, like they were just falling out. But most times you're gonna have stitches that dissolve. Don't pick at them, don't cut them, let them dissolve. They're gonna dissolve. Okay, I've got, is it worth the pain and how was the recovery process? You see, if I can sit here now and be like, pain? What pain? Like, it's not even painful. But if you go and watch my vlog, you will see that I am a liar, because I had a night where it was like it was quite difficult. What I will say is the pain is not like excruciating. It's just sometimes it can be like having a bad headache. I had one night really in quite a bit of pain, but even then I'd say it lasted probably about an hour maximum. Popped a painkiller, went to sleep, woke up in the morning, felt great. What items helped during the recovery process? And funny enough, I actually have, so this was the list, like this was my checklist of everything to pack that I take with me. Okay, I think I'm going to leave a screenshot here so you can pause and have a look. What items helped during recovery? Ice. Ice and water and walking. Okay, that is your top 3. Ice, water, walk. Have you seen a big difference in a year? I would hope to God so. Yeah, the difference in a year is crazy. Okay, I've made a couple TikToks talking about like chilling out and relaxing, like I've said 1,000 times in this video, and your nose is going to change dramatically. If you have not hit the 9 to 10 months, if you still hate your nose at 9 to 10 months, then like, okay, like now I'm sympathizing with you and I'm sorry, and you have like a right to be freaking out a little bit. Going to the gym and the nose. Well, you're talking to a gym babe. I like to lift weights and I do like to lift quite heavy. I got back into the gym maybe at like 10 weeks and I started out light. I started out lifting at like maybe 50% of like what I would usually lift, and I didn't really do squats or leg press or like the exercises where you really have to exert yourself. And also when you go to the gym and work out, you are going to notice that your nose is going to be more swollen. That's okay, like it will settle, but please just be careful, like just relax. Again, takeaway from this whole video is just relax. Okay, I think that is most of the questions. I mean, I get a lot of comments, people saying like, oh my god, like you got your nose done for no reason, there's no difference, it looks the same. Fortunately, I didn't get another nose job for you, so it's great that you think that, because I don't care. I can personally see a massive difference in my nose. I know that to other people it's not significant, but that's because you don't have my face and you don't look at it every day in the morning and overanalyze yourself. I'm not going to ever get another nose job, so that's absolutely great. I'm looking a little bit shiny, but yeah, this is my nose from straight on. This is my good side. I'm gonna brush up my brow. This is my other side. Okay, I mean, I guess that's everything. I hope I answered all of your questions, and I pretty much gave a rundown of everything that I would want to say about my nose. If I missed anything out, please leave it in the comments below. I hope this was helpful, and I hope this has helped you if you're trying to get a nose job or if you've already gotten one. I hope this was reassuring, and I hope you recover well and great, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.